Yes. So in the last topic, we are going to discuss how many analysis. Two analysis I'm going to explain, and please listen carefully because your second presentation comes under this. What is your second presentation you are going to give in the next week?
SWOT.
What?
And with example also I'll give, and I'll also give the every company to you. Same way how we are going to do the pestle, the same way we'll also do the SWOT. So competitor analysis, and next we'll do the environmental analysis, isn't it? And these two, we use two tools. I think we have used already one tool, and another tool I'm going to explain right now, isn't it? Next. So what exactly a competitor analysis will do? How the competitor analysis help the company? Yes. So friends, the purpose of competitive analysis, the name itself says that what you need to analyze whom? Your competitor. Don't think that your competitor is your enemy, isn't it? So friends, competitor means not your enemy, isn't it? Always think competition from a positive side. Don't think from the negative side, because if you are not able to understand your competitor means, how you can determine the strengths of your competitor and weakness of the competitor. So friends, now competitor analysis, what we are going to analyze, I need to analyze the competitor's strengths as well as competitors' weaknesses. So what the purpose of the competitive analysis? Competitive analysis helps each and every company to determine the strengths of that company and weakness of the company. So yesterday we have narrated a small story of Mahabharata. Both Duryodhana and Bhim is very strong contenders, isn't it? But they both are fighting on either weaknesses or both are fighting on strengths.
Strength.
They are fighting on strength, no result. So when one person knows about other person's weakness, then we can beat him, or at least we can give a tough competition. That is the main objective or the main purpose of competitor analysis. So competitor analysis helps to determine the competitor's strength as well as weaknesses, and which is helping to understand your market and also to frame your own strategies, isn't it? Strategy, what is a strategy? What is a strategy means? Your your long-term plan, not a planning, not only planning, your long-term
plan.
Isn't it? Because business depends not only on short-term, business always depends on which type of planning, short-term or long-term.
Long term.
Long-term means it need to develop a strategy, and on what basis you develop a strategy? By identifying the strengths and weakness of your
Competitor.
isn't it? So please friends, and it will provide the strategies, and also you will also get an advantage. For example, you are running a restaurant and your competitor is also running restaurant, but where your food is tasty, where your chutney is tasty than the other restaurant, then automatically your chutney will become strengths or weaknesses.
Strength.
That is your restaurant strength, and it will become a weakness to your competitor. Yes, isn't it? That is what you need to identify. Why people are visiting only that restaurant? Why people are not coming? So even though you charge high, people are visiting because people will love to have the chutney in your restaurant. That is how. Even you have seen most of the unorganized sector, people will stand in the line for chutneys. Have you seen a few outside vendors where people will stand? Isn't it? Because there the food is tasty, friends. That is what the strengths. Identify your strengths. And not only that, it also helps to understand your competitor, and also it prevents the competition. It prevents the competition. If you are strong in the market, isn't it? If you are strong in the market, the others will have a fear, isn't it? They fear, oh, they are very strong. If we want to enter into the market, then we must have a strong plan or perfect plan to execute, isn't it? So that is the main purpose of competitor analysis. So competitor analysis helps to do all these, friends. Now next, environmental analysis. So friends, environmental analysis is also a tool. It is also a tool. And what this environmental analysis will deal with, it is a process of identifying your external and
internal elements.
Internal and
so we already classified our environment into how many categories?
micro and
Micro category.
micro
No,
and
first
macro.
internal and external. Internal environment is only belongs to inside the company, and coming to external environment again we classified into
Two types.
two types,
Two types.
micro and macro. So environmental analysis helps in identifying the external environmental factors and the
Internal.
internal environmental factors. And why we need to understand, because they are going to affect your organizational what
Performance.
performance, definitely. For example, if you are a very good runner, if you want to participate in the running race, do you think that you should have a comfortable shoes with you or not? Shoes
Yes,
will
sir.
play a key role or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
definitely. Shoes will play a key role. Even due to the shoe is not comfortable, you may lose your race also. Chances are there or not? Yes, definitely. So all the environmental analysis is used as a strategic tool. I'm using the word strategic. Strategic means short term, long term.
Long plan.
Long term.
Long term. So here environmental analysis is used as which tool? A long term tool. Because today I'm started business. I'm not doing business for maybe today or tomorrow or for one year. I'm planning to do my business for long period. For long term, isn't it? Long term means more than 1 year. So environmental analysis helps every company to identify what are the internal elements and what are the external elements that you need to understand. And in this understanding these environmental and the competitor analysis, we use two tools. First one is, for competitor analysis, we will use which analysis? SWOT.
SWOT.
Isn't it? And for environmental analysis, we'll use PESTEL. Yes, that you need to remember. Do you think that for a company performance, studying, understanding, analyzing these two important tools is mandatory or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, mandatory. Because we are in a competitive world, friends. Isn't it? For example, once the 10th class is finished, all the parents are thinking their children to get a admit in either Narayana or Chaitanya. Isn't it? Because they are living in which environment? They are living in a competitive environment. Your neighbor kids are studying Narayana. My children should also study in Narayana. Isn't it? Your relative, your parents' relatives or your relatives' children are studying at Sri Chaitanya. We also study at Sri Chaitanya. Because people have a mindset that people will study in Narayan Chaitanya. They'll get either seat in IIT, NIT, or maybe they'll get through a good rank in NEET. Isn't it? People have that mindset. So for that, what they need to do? We need to do the analysis. Exactly, friends. As an individual company, if you want to analyze your company, if you have a long-term goal and objective, you need to do the two analysis. Number one is competition analysis or competitor analysis, and number two is environmental analysis. That you need to remember. And coming to the two tools, I think we have already discussed the PESTEL, isn't it? So now it's
Yes, sir.
time to go with and study what exactly this SWOT is all about. So till now it is clear. Environmental analysis is used for internal and external elements, and competitor analysis used as SWOT for identifying the strengths and weaknesses of the Whom?
Competitor.
Competitors. Very good.
Competitor.
Yes. So friends, remember that a SWOT analysis is studied in the 4 quadrants. Can you see the 4 quadrants here? This is quadrant 1. This is 2.
3.
This is 3. And last one is
Threats.
4th. So SWOT analysis. So whenever you are giving a presentation on SWOT analysis, divide it into how many quadrants?
4.
4 quadrants. And what are the first quadrants indicates?
Strength.
Strengths. And it indicates yes. And second one?
Weaknesses.
Weakness. Third one?
Opportunity.
Opportunities. O. And last one?
Threat.
Threats. And friends, in few textbooks, you can, instead of SWOT, they can also say it as, in few textbook, we can also say it as TOWS. One second, I'll erase it. In few textbooks, they will also call it as TOWS. TOWS. What is TOWS means? Threats,
Opportunity.
opportunities,
Weaknesses.
weaknesses.
So to the
We can also say it as a TOWS, but the popular word which used worldwide is SWOT. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now I am going to explain what are all these, isn't it? So friends, strengths and weaknesses, these 2 quadrants are internal. Now please listen carefully. Which quadrants are internal?
strength.
Strength, weaknesses.
Internal means what?
Within the company.
Right.
Within
Within the company means a company has its own strengths as well as
weakness.
weaknesses. Now I'll ask few of you. I'll open the because I cannot remember all your names. Aravind is there. Aravind, unmute yourself. Aravind.
Yes, sir.
So what is your strength? Any one strength. You read this one. What is strength means? Characteristics of a business which give it advantage over your competitors. I am asking you, what is the strongest characteristic or strongest point in you? Do you got my question?
Yes, sir.
So what is your strongest point? Who is Arvind?
Me, sir.
Means tell me. And next I'll ask Swati. Swati,
Sir.
what is your strength?
My hard work, sir.
Hard working is your strength.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Next, I want to go with Shabad. Are you there, Shabad?
Yes, sir.
What is your strength?
Dedication and hard work, sir.
Very good. Dedication and hard work. Be with that strength. Don't copy the strength. Please, friends, strength is your internal. You remember, strengths are your internal because strengths cannot be copied. Do you understand? And I am asking Omkar, what is your strength?
Thinking positive about development of company like that.
Like you are a positive thinker.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? Always you think positively. Very good, very good. Next, I'll go with a few more. Tanmay. Tanmay, are you there?
Yes, sir.
What is your strength?
My strength is uh, easy taking.
So you will take the things easily. Yes. Next.
Easy taking and hard work, sir.
And also hard working. Yes, very good. And also we'll go with the last one. Sardar Gulab Singh, are you there? Sardar, are you there? Next, Zinat, are you there, Zinat? Students don't listen the classes and asking them to give the presentation. Sir, I am going to give the presentation. How I can give a presentation without understanding the concept? So on the last, I'll ask Veda, what is your strong point?
Strength is my dedication, sir.
So dedication towards anything, right? Very good.
Yes,
So
sir.
friends, whatever you said, so be stick to that. And every human being on the earth, those have strengths. You need to believe. You think that the people who doesn't have you seen any person without strength?
No, sir.
No. Friends, I'm not talking about physical strength, just like a Salman Khan, how he removes his shirt. Always he will show his physical strength. I'm not talking about that strength. I have asked all of you your mental strength. And all of you have given very good answers, Nana. And be strong in that. And now the next question comes, the same persons who has given the strong, I am asking the same persons, what are your weaknesses? Now the coming to the weaknesses are those which is a disadvantage or a problem in you. I'm not talking about physical problem. Do you understand once again?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
now I will ask Shabad, what is your weakness?
I trust people easily, sir.
So you trust, means you trust on. What is your strength?
Dedication and hard work.
Dedication and hard work, and you, because it should not be a contradictory, isn't it? I'll give an example, just like in the from the every year I'll take the class of business environment. I'll ask the students, but this is the first batch I am asking on virtual mode, but most of the time I'll take these answers in the classroom. So most of the students will give answers when there is no matching between strengths and weaknesses. People will say, I am very intelligent, hardworking, and smart working, people will say. And what is your weaknesses? They'll say lazy. How a lazy person can be a hardworking guy? Can anybody tell me?
No, sir.
They cannot.
So it is just like a combination of ice cream with avocado. If people will eat ice cream as a top up, they can keep any pickle on the top.
No.
No, sir.
Fools will do that. Fools will do like that, isn't it? So whenever you are saying about strong points, you must be clear on weaknesses. He said trust. Next, Swati, what is your weakness?
Sir, my weakness is the work which I do is on. I will not follow the time, sir. That is my weakness.
So weakness is you are not a person who believes on time. Means you are a person of postponing the things.
Not like that, sir, but I cannot do on the time.
On time, okay. You are not on time. Okay, you do the work, but you are not on time. Okay, friends, I'll start the discussion with you. So, friends, just like that, how every human being has own strengths and weaknesses, every company on the earth, on the universe, they are made up with their own strengths and their own, what the next one? Weaknesses. So strengths and weaknesses are 100%. These are all are internal or external?
Internal.
Internal, isn't it? These are all internal things, isn't it? And coming to opportunities and threats, these are all are
External.
External thing.
external. These are all external, isn't it? So now I am going to explain what is this internal things and what is this external. So first we'll go with strength. So first identify what are your company's strengths, in which aspects you are good, that you should know. So as 5 to 6 students you have given answer that sir I am good in that, and equally you should also know what are your weaknesses, because friends, as a company, as a CEO of the company, as a manager of the company, if you know strengths is good, and if you doesn't know the weaknesses, then it is bad, because always your competitors hits on your weaknesses only, isn't it? They always try to hit on the weaknesses. always in our daily life, people used to comment on our weaknesses, isn't it? For example, I am a person with a dark color, isn't it? And people they criticize me on my color, isn't it? So people are there in the society who will focus on weaknesses, friends. They doesn't focus on the strengths. Exactly, companies also do that. If I need to get an advantage, not exactly beating him, beating or passing over him is secondary, but the first thing is, if I want to get an edge or 1 point edge over my competitor, I need to understand the weaknesses of my competitor. The first thing you need to understand. Anyway, you know your strengths, but you should also know your weaknesses, and not only that, you should also know your competitor's strengths as well as your competitor weaknesses. Because if you doesn't know your competitor's strength, you are hitting on competitor's strengths only, then there is no use. Like how Bhima is fighting with Duryodhana. No use. Even they fight for 100 years also, the fight will remain with no result. With no result, isn't it? But when Krishna came, and what he has given, hit on the weaknesses, then once he targeted on weaknesses, what happens? The war ended, and the Bhima was the winner. That is how a company need to identify the strengths, and purely strengths are your internal strong points, friends. Your internal strong points. Even nobody will touch those points because you are very good, very strong. Isn't you are very strong. As a singer, your voice is excellent. As a dancer, you have excellent dancer. Isn't it? So, and you are a singer, but you can sing folk songs well. That is your strength. And what is your weaknesses? If a fast beat song is given to you, then you are not able to sing. So, singer's strong point is singing only this type of songs.
Folk songs.
Only folk songs. So, what is the strong point of that singer?
Folk.
Folk. If a fast beat song is given to that person, what happens? It will become a weakness. So friends, every company has strengths and weaknesses, and strength will give an advantage and weaknesses will become a disadvantages to you. It is a disadvantages to your company and advantage to whom?
Other company.
Other company. Simple. Competitor. Yes, advantage to the competitor. That you need to understand. And coming to opportunities, I said opportunities and threats are purely internal or external?
External.
External means these two are outside the company. Do you understand, friends? External means these opportunities are outside the company, isn't it? And there are all threats. Threats means problems, hurdles, issues. These will come from whom? From external or internal?
External.
External. So now coming to opportunity, who will give an opportunity, friends? Your competitor weakness will become a
Opportunity.
Opportunity.
It's an opportunity. For example, some 7 to 10 years back, I'll give an example of Airtel and BSNL. Airtel is very strong in the urban areas, where BSNL is very strong in
Rural.
in the rural. BSNL means Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited. It's a government or public sector service provider. It is strong in what? It is strong in the rural areas. That is the reason, friends. All the government employees, particularly the school teachers, they use which network? BSNL. Purpose is their school is located in where? It is in urban or rural? So now friends, BSNL's strongest point is rural market. And their weakest one is which market? Urban. So for Airtel, BSNL weakness is
Urban.
Urban market.
Urban.
But for Airtel, urban is strong point and weakness is rural. Isn't it? So friends, that is how you need to understand, because one company cannot be always strong in all the areas. Do you accept it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Even Apple company has its own strengths and weaknesses. Do you accept it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Definitely yes. Price is the biggest weakness. People will, it has only limited market share because the price is very
High.
high, and the targeted people are
Less.
luxury people, isn't it? Because the target is on luxury. So coming to opportunity, friends, a company weaknesses, another company weaknesses, you can convert that weakness into a opportunity. Simple. So that is the reason I said, don't treat your competitor as your enemy, because your enemy is creating what?
Opportunity.
Creating opportunities or business. Opportunity means what? It is creating you a business, isn't it? And what is the opportunity, friends? Here, if you go this quadrant, it is the company's external environment. It is the company's external or internal? External. And what it is creating? It is allowing the company to formulate a strategy where you can increase your
Profit.
It is creating an opportunity, isn't it? For example, 1 year back, Byju's is targeting only on the urban market, but due to this pandemic situation, like Byju's, even all other education application has been ruling the market. Do you accept it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, definitely yes. Nobody knows about Zoom earlier, but even school to colleges, most of us, we are using Zoom. Even like Zoom, there is a Google
Duo.
Google Teams, Google Meet and Microsoft Teams. These are all competitors. For Zoom, Google Meet and Microsoft Teams are who are those? Competitors. But earlier, we have not focused on much on this. They are there means there. But here, what happens, friends? These are creating opportunities. So new opportunities are created with the competition. Competition helps in creating opportunities. What type of opportunities? New opportunities. Isn't it? So opportunities are purely internal or external? External. So friends, you are not only the one person who will see the opportunity. Simple example, friends. In India, what is the most liked flower? Which flower Indians love more?
Rose.
Obviously rose. Obviously rose. I am saying, sir, I love lily, sir. I love tulip, sir. I am talking about majority. So majority of Indians will love which flower? Rose. Now, when rose is created by the god, sir, which gods are Hindu god? It's a god, that's it. So, when you see a rose, a beautiful rose, and if you want to take that rose, what you will do? You will see here and there whether anybody is watching you or not. Do you understand? Because I am talking about which environment, internal or external?
External.
Because that rose is not in your garden. Where that rose is there?
Outside.
Outside. Maybe in your neighbor house or in an outside garden. Can you go simply just like your house and you pick that rose?
No.
sir.
No. What you will do? What you do generally? What you will do? You look here and there.
Yes.
Yes,
somebody or anybody is watching you, because it's a beautiful, the rose is calling you, come and pick me, take me to your home. It is giving signals just like that, isn't it? What you will go there, you will see that when anybody is there or not, you will look here and there, and once you think that nobody is watching, what you will do?
we pick up that rose.
You pluck that rose. But friends, be careful. Rose, under rose there are thorns. There are
Thorns.
thorns, and these thorns are nothing but who, friends?
Weakness.
Threats.
Threat.
Because you are not only the one person who are watching the rose, like you, others are also there in the market who has an opportunity to pick the rose. But there are, for rose, you need to understand what are the threats. The threats maybe others may be the threat, isn't it? Or maybe the owner may be a threat. The owner of the garden may be also a threat. Because if the owner is there, can you pick the rose?
No.
If others are watching, can you pick the rose?
No.
No, friends. So what are threats means? Threats are associated with opportunities. Because God has given eyes to everybody. Because every company has an opportunity, equal opportunity to grab the opportunity. But with the opportunity, what are associated? What are associated with the opportunity? Threats. What are threats means? Hurdles, or maybe problems, or maybe issues. In India, nowadays, most of the people are using petrol cars and less diesel cars. And in the coming future, there is a opportunity for which type of vehicles? Electric vehicles. But with the electric vehicles, there are some problems. Do you accept it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Because we need electric charging stations. Stations are there, it is difficult. So what here, the stations and other elements will become what? It will become a threat to the companies. So friends, these are all the elements which create endanger, isn't it? Or it stops you to do the activity. It stops you to identify the opportunity and implement the opportunity, and those things we call them as threats. Sometimes competitor as a threat, sometimes even government may be a threat. For example, suddenly government has increased the tax, isn't it? Tax on your products. What happens? Government is becoming a
Right.
threat, isn't it? It's in the form of a threat. Government policies are a threat to the company, isn't it? That you need to identify. So now, friends, now at this moment, you are able to understand what is this SWOT is all about. Now it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Every company has some internal aspects need to be understood, and also the external. And what are the internal points of a company? Strengths.
And weaknesses.
Identify your strengths and also identify your weaknesses as well as your competitor weaknesses. Because if you doesn't understand the competitor weakness, then how you will convert it into a
Opportunities.
opportunity. But friends, with opportunity, there are also threats. And who are, so in plugging the rose, you need to careful, because under the rose we have a hurdle means thorns there, isn't it? For example, you love to eat the fish, but fish is made up of thorns,
Yes, sir.
isn't it? If you want to eat the delicious, that what you need to do? You need to remove all the thorns, isn't it? You need to remove, then only you can able to eat a delicious fish for your lunch or dinner. Same way, friends, every company has strengths as well as weaknesses. But every company has opportunity to grow, opportunity to create new market. But with that, there are also few threats. Now, if anybody asks you, the interviewer asks you, even this SWOT analysis is also applicable to individual persons also, friends. So it is not only for the company, it can also helps to analyze individual. So if any company asks you, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? If you say, sir, I don't have any, I have strengths, but I have no weaknesses. If you say if you have no weaknesses, means you are not a human being. You understand, friends? If you say that, sir, I have no weaknesses, means you are not a human being. Because every human being, every company has strengths as well as weaknesses. It is just like these two sides of a coin. And if a coin has a head, means a coin must have a tail also. So friends, this is what your SWOT analysis. And with this, I would like to go with a small example where you can understand better. Yes. Can you see that the analysis? And what is this analysis I am doing for which brand I am doing?
Maggie.
Maggie noodles SWOT analysis, isn't it? So these strengths and weaknesses are internal of which company? Maggie. And friends, you see that strengths, as you know that Maggie is a market leader. Do you think that it's a strength or not? Market leader means what, means people will know. If I say Maggie toothpaste, use daily Maggie toothpaste twice, people will believe?
No.
Because Maggie is a brand which is used as a food item, not as a shampoo or something else. Or I'll say it as Maggie detergent. It cleans your clothes. Can you people believe? No, because it's a market leader, means, friends, that brand name is most powerful in the minds of the whose minds? Consumers. And second strong point is its USP. Have you heard this USP? What is USP means? Unique selling proposition. So friends, what is USP means? Unique selling proposition. Means if somebody asks you what is your USP, means what is your strong point? And Maggie is strong in which category? Easy to cook and tasty. What is the slogan? 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Ready in 2 minutes.
Bas 2 minutes. Isn't it what you can see in the advertisement also? They focus on this 2 minutes. Means what is its unique selling proposition, friends? Easy to cook and also it is a tasty. And coming to third strong point, its advertising is excellent. Do you accept it or not? Yes, sir. And its brand is having high loyalty. Blindly people close your eyes and also they believe. And their advertising is very strong. And not only advertising, friends, distribution. Distribution means wholesalers and retailers, means it is available everywhere. What is the distribution channel means? If you go to a small kirana shop, a small vendor, you can get a 5 rupees Maggie packet. Do you accept it or not?
Yes.
Yes, it means its distribution channels are very strong. So all these points making Maggie has strengths. And coming to weaknesses, sir, it is very strong, but there are also some weaknesses, friends. Coming to weaknesses, the biggest weakness is all the Maggie is made up of which ingredients, friend?
Maida.
Maida. Do you think that Maida is good for health?
No.
No.
Lots of
No,
chemicals.
no, it is not good for health, isn't it? But people love to eat these maida products in India,
Yes.
particularly kids.
Yes.
Kids love to have this maida, and this maida is not good for health. So because all the Maggi noodles are made by maida, so it is becoming a weakness for the company. If a competitor instead of maida, they'll use another ingredient. So slowly people will start shifting from Maggi to.
New
Other.
product.
So that is means this maida is becoming a opportunity for
Competitor.
competitor. And also, friends, most of the time this maida it is depending on one or two flavors, but recently they have added more flavors. But they try to focus on increasing more flavors. Recently they have added masala Maggi, what oats Maggi, all these they have been added, isn't it? Do you believe, do you understand? It is also weakness. And coming to opportunity, increasing the level of income of consumers are fast. What is the opportunity here? People slowly shifting to fast food culture. Fast food eating people are increasing or decreasing?
Increasing.
Increasing.
So it will become an opportunity to which company?
Maggie.
Maggie. Because people instead of eating home food, they are preferring which type of food?
Fast food. Junk food.
Fast food, junk food. They are habituated to junk food. So what happens? Maggie can grab this opportunity. Even not only that, consumer lifestyle has also changed. Isn't it? Consumer lifestyle also changed. People are eating the noodles and all these junk food and fast food when they are traveling, when they are in the office. They are doing all this. So what all these become the what? Opportunities. And not only that, friends, there is an opportunity in which type of market?
Rural market.
Rural market. But recently it has targeted on rural market. Have you seen one advertisement? One mother is doing a work in a building. A small kid and he asked, I want Maggie. So his mother gives only 5 rupees and asks him to get the Maggie. Means this 5 rupee sachets are targeting on which market? Rural markets. Isn't it, friends? This is opportunity has been identified, grabbed by the, and coming to threats. Even though you are a top company, there is also tough competition from ITC. And there are the competitors like Top Ramen, Yeppi, isn't it? And I think another company, Chings or what I think is some is there, Chinese company. Isn't it? There are threats. Who are the threats here, friends? All the competitors. Even, friends, have you heard this word? Nor.
Yes, sir. Non-soup
Sir.
noodles.
Not soups.
Nor soups not here. They have introduced a new called Nor soupy noodles, where Maggie's competition, because people love to eat noodles, but what this Nor has done?
Soupy noodle.
Snoopy noodles, where how the advertisement is shown like that, isn't it? Due to that opportunity, do you think that the Maggie will lose the market share or not?
Yes.
Yes. So friends, there are also threats. So friends, do you understand how you can do the SWOT analysis? A
Yes, sir.
company has strong points as well as the weaknesses, and these weaknesses, if they are not coming or they are not addressing, these weaknesses will become opportunities to other companies, and other company weaknesses will become opportunity to your company. And also there are the threats which are there in the market you need to address, and threats may be sometimes government policies, isn't it? For example, some 5 years back, 3-4 years back, government has banned Maggie. Have you remembered?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
and 2 years back they have relaunched, but from relaunch, the company is facing the problems. Isn't it? Because due to the chemicals in the Maggi, the government has banned, Maggi has been banned in India. And do you think that which policy, the government policy, and in which quadrant you will keep this government? Under which category you will keep it? Which category you will understand?
Threat.
Threat, obviously a threat. And what is the threat? Threat by policy made by the government. So friends, understand that threat may be from your all the pestle environment, friends. Remember pestle here. Threats may be from political side, threats may be from economical, threats may be from social, from technological, ecological, legal. Government passed a law. Isn't it? Government passed. Even all these pestle environment also an opportunity.